Yes, goedemorgen iedereen en welkom op ons webinar over onze vaste partner Brockmeyer. In ons vorige webinar hebben we eigenlijk al korte mededeling gedaan over Brockmeyer, waarmee dat je vacatures wijd kan verspreiden en het gewenste doelpubliek kan bereiken. Sinds onze vorige release hebben al onze klanten toegang tot onze Brockmeyer module vanuit EasyTorecruit. En in dit webinar zullen we jullie eigenlijk inzicht geven over wat Brockmeyer is, wat ze doen, hoe jullie hier voordelen uit kunnen halen. En we gaan jullie ook een inzicht geven over algemene recruitment marketing trends. Zoals jullie zien is ook vandaag Sébastien Monet aanwezig, die reeds een lange tijd voor Brockmeyer werkt en die eigenlijk mee gaat loodsen door de recruitment marketing mogelijkheden.
Ja.
Voilà. Wie is Brockmeyer? Brockmeyer is eigenlijk onze vaste partner sinds 2022. Ze zijn eigenlijk actief op de markt sinds 2009 met ongeveer een 40-tal medewerkers die aanspreekbaar zijn in 6 verschillende talen. Dus ook voor onze klanten die eigenlijk de tool internationaal inzetten, kan deze partner voor jou eigenlijk een meerwaarde zijn. Daarnaast werkt Brockmeyer wereldwijd en bieden ze ook een uitgebreid aanbod aan lokale jobboards in het buitenland. Ze hebben 3 kantoren, 1 in Amersfoort, Amsterdam en Parijs en 250 actieve Belgische klanten. Vorig jaar hebben ze 32.600 campagnes verspreid wereldwijd. En door te werken met Brockmeyer kan je eigenlijk tot 40% besparen op recruitmentkost, gezien dat je eigenlijk werkt met credits per geposte vacature in plaats van met dure abonnementen bij allerlei jobboards. Daarnaast kent Brockmeyer ook heel wat kortingen toe ten opzichte van de marktwaarde. Dus eigenlijk is het een win-win als je daar gebruik van begint te maken. Brockmeyer kan dus jouw vaste recruitmentpartner zijn. Zij bieden marketingstrategie aan, maar ook credits om te posten naar verschillende kanalen. Zoals gezegd hoef je dan dus geen dure abonnementen meer te nemen, maar je kan op basis van credits vacatures posten naar dus de gewenste jobboards. Dit kun je ook gewoon rechtstreeks vanuit EasyToRecruit. En dit zowel naar klassieke kanalen zoals een LinkedIn, een Stepstone, een Jobpad, maar ook naar sociale media, zoals Facebook, Instagram, Twitter enzovoort. En ook naar niche-kanalen zoals bijvoorbeeld zorgjobs, bouwjobs en noem maar op. En ze geven ook eigenlijk een aantal gratis jobboards waar je de mogelijkheid hebt om vacatures naar door te posten. Maar hoe gaat dat nu eigenlijk in zijn werk binnen EasyToRecruit? Dus via EasyToRecruit zal je eigenlijk je vacature kunnen doorsturen naar Brockmeyer. We hebben eigenlijk een AI-gebaseerde engine in ons systeem gebouwd, waarmee dat je eigenlijk suggesties gaat krijgen van op welke kanalen je vacatures het best gepost worden. En dit gaat eigenlijk resulteren in de meeste views en de meeste kliks door het advies eigenlijk van Brockmeyer. De creditprijs per kanaal wordt ook onmiddellijk getoond in EasyToRecruit, zodat je eigenlijk niet voor verrassingen komt te staan. En bij de keuze van meerdere kanalen is er ook steeds een grote korting bekend en die ook onmiddellijk getoond wordt in het systeem. Wanneer dan kandidaten gaan solliciteren op je vacature, dan komen ze eigenlijk onmiddellijk in de tool terecht en kan je eigenlijk ook via onze UTM-tracking of automatische tracking in de rapporten gaan kijken via welke kanalen dat ze eigenlijk in je database zijn terechtgekomen. Wat zijn de voordelen voor jou? Het eerste voordeel is dat je eigenlijk heel wat tijd bespaart in het recruitmentproces. Ze gaan jou eigenlijk databased media-advies gaan geven. Ze gaan eigenlijk gaan kijken hoe je de recrutering op vandaag loopt en op basis daarvan advies geven over welke kanaal dat je eigenlijk het best zou kunnen gebruiken om je vacature eigenlijk op te gaan adverteren. Daarnaast gaan ze campagnes genereren en optimaliseren. En door de integratie in EasyToRecruit wordt er eigenlijk automatisch ook doorgepost naar jobboards vanuit je ATS, wat het opnieuw tijdbesparend maakt. Daarnaast ga je ook besparen op je budget en ga je budget ook kunnen gaan managen. Brockmeyer werkt met een aankoopvoordeel. Zij kopen eigenlijk credits aan in bulk, waardoor er iedere keer ook op de credits een korting wordt toegekend. Daarnaast ga je eigenlijk ook maandelijks zelf kunnen kiezen welk budget dat je gaat gaan inzetten om te adverteren. En ga je ook kunnen rapporteren op je KPI's en op je performantie. Een derde voordeel dat Brockmeyer ook biedt, is dat je eigenlijk gaat gaan opvallen voor je kandidaten. Je kunt via Brockmeyer gaan doorposten naar meer dan 2000 jobboards, zowel lokaal, internationaal, generiek als niche jobboards. Maar daarnaast heb je ook de mogelijkheid, zoals gezegd, om dus te verspreiden op sociale media, Ze werken ook met display advertising of banneradvertenties. Ze doen Google-campagnes en nog allerlei andere zaken waarmee dat ze eigenlijk kunnen helpen om je vacature te gaan promoten. Op deze manier ga je eigenlijk het juiste publiek gaan targeten en ook je employer branding gaan verbeteren. Een laatste voordeel dat eigenlijk ook met zich meebrengt, is dat je de markt leert kennen met Brockmeyer. Je gaat eigenlijk het gedrag van je kandidaten gaan begrijpen en je gaat eigenlijk focus gaan leggen op de jobboards die er eigenlijk echt wel te doen om je vacatures te kunnen boosten en te kunnen verspreiden. En op die manier ga je eigenlijk altijd een stapje voor blijven op de recruteringstrends. Ik heb nu een filmpje voor jullie voorzien, of een demo voor jullie voorzien, waarin dat jullie eigenlijk gaan zien hoe dat Brockmeyer wordt gebruikt in ons systeem.
Vandaag ga ik jullie dus een uitleg geven hoe dat je je vacature kan doorposten vanuit EasyTorecruit naar Brockmeyer. Hiervoor ga je dus eerst en vooral een job gaan aanmaken, zoals dat jullie gewend zijn om een job aan te maken. Je gaat dus de jobdefinitie gaan invullen, alle velden gaan ingeven en vervolgens eigenlijk klikken op bewaren. Wanneer dat gebeurd is, dan ga je eigenlijk door naar de posting van je job, waarin dat je eigenlijk de content van je vacature gaat gaan ingeven, dan ook zichtbaar is aan de kandidaatzijde. Wanneer al deze velden hier op de posting zijn ingevuld, dan klik je op bewaren en dan gaat eigenlijk dit hier van boven verschijnen, zoals jullie eigenlijk al weten hoe dat je een vacature moet posten in EasyToRecruit. En dan ga je hier de status van de posting op aan kunnen zetten. Vanaf dat je eigenlijk de status van de posting op aan hebt gezet, ga je ook de vacature kunnen gaan doorposten naar Brockmeyer. En dit kan eigenlijk op twee manieren. Dus enerzijds kan het via deze bovenste knop plaatsen op jobboards, maar anderzijds ook door te klikken op het wereldbolletje hier naast Brockmeyer. Beide komen eigenlijk op dezelfde landingspagina. Als ik hier dan op klik, dan kom ik eigenlijk op dit scherm terecht, die eigenlijk gaat weergeven of alle zaken die noodzakelijk zijn om je vacature te kunnen doorposten, ook juist staan. Dus hier zien jullie in dit voorbeeld dat alle vinkjes op groen staan, maar als er hier onder een van de zaken een x'je staat, dan wil dat zeggen dat deze zaken nog moeten aangepast worden om effectief te kunnen gaan doorposten naar Brockmeyer. Moest het zijn dat er een x'je onder staat, dan kan je ook direct daarop klikken en dan kom je eigenlijk direct op het scherm terecht waarop dat je de aanpassing kan doen om dan effectief je job te kunnen gaan doorposten. Als deze zaken eigenlijk allemaal correct staan, dan ga je hier de checkbox van achter aanvinken en klikken op verzenden. En dan kom je eigenlijk direct terecht in de effectieve interface met Brockmeyer, die jou eigenlijk gaat vragen om een aantal velden in te vullen om je vacature opnieuw te gaan definiëren. Deze zaken zijn zaken die moeten ingevuld worden voor Brockmeyer om de mogelijkheid te hebben om te kunnen doorposten naar alle mogelijke jobboards. Je zal ook zien dat er een aantal criteria zijn waar er een asterisk naast staat. Deze zaken moeten ingevuld worden, want anders zal je niet kunnen doorklikken en niet kunnen bewaren om dan eigenlijk door te posten naar Brockmeyer. Nadat je eigenlijk deze zaken hebt ingevuld, ga je ook een datum online en een datum offline gaan ingeven. Pas hier wel op dat je een dag ingeeft die tijdens de week valt. Want als je een dag ingeeft die in het weekend valt, dan ga je een foutmelding krijgen. Dus enkel weekdagen kunnen hier op ingevuld worden. Vervolgens, als al deze zaken zijn ingevuld, ga je eigenlijk klikken op verzenden. En dan ga je hier in het detail van Brockmeyer opnieuw terechtkomen, waarbij dat je dan gaat kunnen doorklikken naar de voorgestelde kanalen die Brockmeyer eigenlijk heeft vooropgesteld en waarvan dat Brockmeyer denkt dat met de criteria die je hebt ingegeven voor je vacature, dat dit de jobboards zijn waar dat je de meeste views en de meeste kliks gaat verkrijgen. Dus je komt eigenlijk in een soort van marketplace, waarin je eigenlijk rechtstreeks die jobboards kan gaan aanvinken waarop dat je wilt gaan doorposten. En als je hier dan niet het jobboard hebt teruggevonden dat je eigenlijk in gedachten had, dan kan je eigenlijk nog altijd zelf kanalen gaan zoeken. Ik ga hier ondertussen al eventjes bewaren. Zo. En dan ga je hier opnieuw dus kanalen kunnen gaan zoeken waar je effectief nog wilt gaan doorposten. Ik ga hier eventjes LinkedIn ingeven. En dan krijg je eigenlijk een overzicht van de kanalen waar het LinkedIn eigenlijk ook in staat vermeld. Dan kan je hier dus ook nog effectief het kanaal gaan aanvinken die je wilt toevoegen. En wanneer dit is gebeurd, dan kan je eigenlijk het overzicht gaan bekijken van de geselecteerde kanalen. En dan krijg je hier eigenlijk het overzicht van de kanalen plus de prijzen en ook de korting die is geïncorporeerd. Als dat eigenlijk allemaal gelukt is, dan kan je je campagne gaan opstarten. En dan krijg je hier opnieuw een volledig overzicht van jouw campagne, de functietitel, startdatum, einddatum, de prijs, min eigenlijk de korting, het aantal views of kliks dat deze kanalen zullen genereren. En dan vanaf dan kan je jouw campagne gaan opstarten.
Voilà. Dan ga ik nu eventjes het woord...
Vandaag ga ik dus...
Ik ga hier terug op. Ja, ik ben
net
verkeerd.
Vandaag ga ik...
Ja, dan ga ik nu eigenlijk het woord geven aan Sebastiaan, die jullie ook nog verder wat gaat vertellen over recruitment marketing trends voor 2025 en nog een aantal zaken gaat vertellen over de manier waarop ze adverteren.
Dankjewel, Colette. Het was leuk om de hele integratie binnen EasyToRecruit te zien. Dat was interessant. Goedemorgen allemaal. Ik ben Sebastiaan van Brockmeyer, HR Marketing Consultant en partner van HR Technologies. En het bedrijf achter jullie job marketing module. Ik hoop dat jullie het goed gaan vinden. Ik ga mijn deel van de webinar in Engels doen. Het is niet ideaal, maar ik ben Frans uit Parijs. Niet 100% fluent in Nederlands. En ja, ik wil dit webinar zo interessant mogelijk voor jullie maken. Thank you for your understanding. And language should not be a barrier. So if you have questions, we can answer them in any language, of course. Besides the module, what Colette showed you and the benefits, I would like to walk you through to some recruitment marketing trends that are happening at the moment. And I will highlight some of the top recruitment channels that we are, performing channels that we are using at the moment. And I will finish by showing you 2 or 3 business cases. And I think we finish with a Q&A. AI and automation. I just read this morning the survey from LinkedIn, the future of recruiting 2025. They mentioned that 51% of the recruiters believe that AI can improve the quality of recruitment. With the emergence of all type of AI tools, this trend is going to keep on growing. And you can think of tools that will help you screening resumes, a chatbot for answering basic questions for candidates, automated emails, automated planning interviews, summarizing interview discussions to assess the results, writing job description. So all those tools will help you automate all those repetitive and manual tasks that will significantly help you save time and focus on more strategic and important topics. 3 easy things to deploy tomorrow. Automated candidate selection. So I think it's in EasyToRecruit. Use AI to screen resumes, match candidate faster with your jobs. It's such an important feature. Content writing, it exists. Very nice, simple, cheap, sometimes free AI tool that help you write your content, create your content planning, write good vacancy text, create social media posts. Really important to have good content, obviously. And from Brockmeyer perspective, we are using AI, as Colette explained in the demo. We are also using AI to give job marketing advice based on data. So we collect data, clicks, application, views, and we use those data and we enrich those data with third-party data to give you the best job marketing recommendation. Next trend would be Yes, I see it now. Next gen talent acquisition, that you know it better than me. The Gen Z and the younger millennials are now becoming the largest group in the job market, and this generation is really looking for more. They're looking for more than a job. They expect flexibility, inclusiveness, a strong company culture, important work-life balance. So traditional recruitment methods like posting on job boards or complex and difficult interview processes, they don't like it, and it's not helping you to attract this target audience. 3 simple and quick wins to attract this, interact with this audience and attract it. The use of social media. We spend so many hours per day on social media. So use platforms like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, Snapchat, Reddit. Those are their primary channels. What is proven to work is a short application process. So keep the application process as short and as simple as possible. Don't ask too much information. Sometimes I will explain it when we talk about Facebook and Instagram. For certain audience, you should not even ask for their resume, because a lot of people are browsing jobs on their mobile. They don't have their resume with them, and some roles, some people don't even have a proper resume. Last but not least, express your company values. So on your job description, career page, the candidates want to know who you are, if you are committed to diversity, sustainability, work-life balance. They want to know more about you before applying. That's a good bridge to something that you are very familiar with. I'm pretty sure employer branding and employer value proposition. You are in a very competitive environment. We are in a very competitive environment, and you want to set apart from the competition. And so it's really important to have a really strong EVP, but also be able to show it to the candidates. People want to work with organizations they share values with, they share the mission, especially the young generation. So if I can give 3 simple tips on how to strengthen the employer brand, 3 tips that are proven to work. Share authentic employee stories and testimonials on the career page. It's really important that candidates can relate to the people they're going to work with, and they don't want to hear from the employer or HR people what they're going to do. They want to hear from their colleagues. Employees and candidate survey. Constantly ask feedback to your colleagues, employees that are starting, that are leaving the organization, but also, why not, to your candidates, to understand how they experience the whole recruitment process, and if they could help you optimize all your recruitment strategy and approach. And last but not least, employees are your best ambassadors. So do not hesitate to have a really good incentive program and reward your employees when they introduce you to new candidates. And I know most of you don't have a merchant website, or you're not into the retail or B2C, but I experienced something nice this last week when I bought electronics on a headphone, actually, Bluetooth headphone on Coolblue. It's a Dutch company, and I know they are active in Belgium. As soon as you complete your purchase, there's a pop-up with a video of the CEO of Coolblue thanking you for purchasing the product and explaining how the delivery process is going to work and how many days you have to wait to get your product. So from the CEO to the employees, well, it gave me a good feeling about the company, and if I apply to this to a job at Coolblue, I will know that everybody from in the organization, from the CEO to the HR people, are committed to this company culture and company values. Last trend I would like to tell you about. It's more marketing trend. Going from a post and pray model to a pay per hire and have your KPI right in place. Candidates are more and more difficult to attract, and your recruitment budget are not unlimited and infinite. So analytics is playing a key role on optimizing your budget, focusing your effort on the right channels, and helping you to make the right decisions. So it's crucial to have two pillars right and strong. The first one is to use the tools that EasyToRecruit is giving you to analyze your KPIs and your key performance to steer your recruitment strategy in the right direction. And Colette was talking about UTM and candidate source. So measure the candidate sources so you know which ones are the best. Measure your cost per application, your cost per hire. Check which channel has not only the best quantity of candidates, but the best quality. Look at which channel gives you more mobile traffic, more desktop traffic, so you know what kind of content or recruitment process you should offer to people depending on the job, on the recruitment channels. So analytics, so important. And now make use of paid channels. The one that I'm going to talk about right now. Make use of paid and premium recruitment channels where you pay per click. CPC. You're going to hear me talking about CPC, cost per click, which means that if people don't click, that you don't pay. So it's guaranteed results. And for us, Brockmeyer, it's tools that we can optimize on performance-based. I will explain that right after.
Okay.
Before I show you a couple of top recruitment channels we are using at the moment, I want to walk you through the thinking behind the marketing advice that we give our clients. It starts with a simple assessment. It's getting more and more complicated to recruit certain profiles with traditional job channels like VDAB, job ads, ICT jobs. Why? Because most of the candidates are not actively looking for jobs. That's very simple. So they don't visit traditional job boards. So that's where we need to start thinking out of the box to reach the candidates on the online channel they really visit. And two simple reasons. I give you two numbers. A basic one, the employment rate in Belgium, or unemployment rate in Belgium. In Flanders, according to governmental numbers, in Flanders, the unemployment rate is 3.8%, 12% in Brussels, 8% in Wallonia. It means that 90% of the people are not looking for jobs, not actively looking for jobs. The other number I can give you is that marketing studies shows that most of the candidates, they need 7 to 9 touch points or interactions with your company before they apply. That means they are going to take their time. That means they are going to visit, find your job, your vacancy on a job board. Then they will go to your career page. They will check the company website. They will look at the blog. They will look at the team's pictures and the company and the photos, company photos, to get a feeling about the company. They are going to visit your LinkedIn account. They are going to visit your Facebook or Instagram account. So your online presence, multi-channel, is extremely important. One positive note to that, according to Robert Walters' study from last year, Belgian Robert Walters study, 57% of Belgian professionals are planning on changing jobs in 2025. So that means that half of the people are not actively looking for jobs, but they are what I call latent job seekers. They are willing to change jobs. We have to convince them. So on that, I would like to introduce you to 4 or 5 recruitment channels that we activate for our clients that are working, performing. I will explain the benefits, and I will tell you when to use it and for what kind of audience. Starting with the one that you know the most, Facebook and Instagram. Posting premium posts and ads on Facebook and Instagram. I want to start by saying that on average in Belgium, people spend 23 minutes per day on Facebook, 23 minutes per day on Instagram. So they spend 1 hour per day on those two social channels, social media, mostly on their mobile. More than 70% of the population is on Facebook and 45% on Instagram. Both, if you look at the gender distribution, Instagram is 56% woman, 44 male. It's a little bit more men. There are a little bit more men on Facebook, but still a majority of women. 52% women, 48 men. If you look at the age distribution, that's what I call the demographics. The audience on Facebook is slightly older than on Instagram. The both largest group of audience is from 25 to 45-year-olds, but there are more Gen Z, more younger audience on Instagram, and more older audience and experienced audience on Facebook. Why is this channel really performing? Because we can target very precisely the audience based on the demographics I just mentioned, the location, the interest, their behavior, the groups that they are following, and their behavior, what kind of content they are checking. Meta is giving this data to optimize the campaigns, to highly target the campaign. I was talking about a performance-based optimized. It's cost per click. So you pay per click. If people don't click on the ad, you don't pay. And a campaign, the ideal campaign duration is 60 days. 90 days is even better, but 60 days is perfect because it gives us time to test different audience group, test different interest group, do some retargeting. So when they click once but don't apply, we can show them a few days after another visual and another ad to convince them to apply. So some tips from me when we run Facebook and Instagram campaign. Have different visuals, 2, 3 pictures, 2 or 3 call to actions. We run 3, 6, 9 ads, and we optimize based on the best performing ads. These are also data that we can give you back. And together with HR technologies and Colette and the IT department, we can place a tracking pixel on the application form, so we can check who is clicking and who is applying to the jobs. Like that, we can steer the marketing budget towards the most appropriate audience. Use it to reach mechanician or mechanics, people, production employees, people in logistic, supply chain, healthcare, horeca, cleaning crew, sales and marketing. Those people are on Facebook and on Instagram. Our service includes the creation, the campaign setup, the optimization, the reporting, everything. And an idea that I could give you, what we are using and what works very well is when we let the audience or the candidate apply directly inside Facebook and inside Instagram. So what we can do is creating a form where we ask people questions. First question here, do you have experience with certain slurtals or certain tools to repair cars? Yes or no? And based on their answer, if they say yes, the next slide or the next page is asking them to fill in their details, name, email address, phone number. They agree on us sharing data with you, and they basically click on apply. So here is an example where we don't ask them for their resume. So you will get more leads, more people applying, and you have already pre-qualified them by asking them certain questions. You need to do the job of calling them, qualifying their leads. Are they available? Are they now looking for a job? Do they live in the right region? So it's a bit more work for you, but you know that you have a pool of audience that are already qualified and to your needs. If you go to the next slide, Colette, it's another example. This is a Dutch Zorg institute or organization looking for nurses and healthcare support roles. They asked them what kind of diploma they have, and they were struggling with finding people in certain regions. So they always ask for the cities they are from or where they are coming from. So in that case, they ask 2 qualifying questions before asking name, phone numbers, and email address. Those 2 campaigns had 2 different target audience, same cost per acquisition. So we generated for those 2 clients a cost per applicant of 10 euros. 10 euros per lead, no resumes, but at least 10 euros per candidate interested in applying to the job. If you move to the next slide, I want to tell you about a social media network that you may not even know that exists, but is really performing. Reddit. It's a unique social media platform because it combines communities and discussions based on topics. So it's not like the casual browsing through photos and reading posts. It's really the audience is going to reddit.com to really engage with asking questions, reading posts, solving problems, discussing like a forum, searching for information. Unlike Facebook and Instagram, it's 65% male, 35% woman, and it's mostly younger people. Average time spent on Reddit is 20 to 30 minutes, but for the heavy users, they spend over an hour for 60 minutes on this platform per day. What kind of audience do you find? The specific and engaged audience that you can find on this platform? People that are going to discuss technology, IT, engineering, sales and marketing, gaming, a little bit of a geek culture, as we call it today. Do it yourself, the DIY tips on how to build a shelter or anything. Fitness is an important topic in Reddit. So mostly male, and we often advise this channel when searching for sales, marketing, IT, finance profiles. The targeting, again, like any social media, we can really target on interest, keywords, community, location, device, gender, so highly targeted. CPC business model, again, if they don't click, you don't pay. And a little bit like Facebook and Instagram, it's all about having a targeted message for a targeted audience, have 2 or 3 visuals that we can A/B test to get the best performance. The example that you see right here was a few months ago. It's a Dutch IT software company called Xelion. They were looking for a cloud engineer with a budget of 500 euros. They got, I wrote it down, they got 3,954 clicks. So almost 4,000 clicks for a budget of 500 euros. Now, a credit on job ad costs 900 euros, and you don't get that much exposure. So it's highly targeted and really performing on certain target audience. And last thing, why so many clicks? Because there are less. No, that's me. I'm talking too much. Because there are less competition on Reddit, because people don't know Reddit that much and they don't advertise that much on Reddit. So the cost per click is cheaper, your exposure is bigger, and the number of clicks is bigger. Google search. This is a number from 2023, but I don't think it has really changed. More than 70% of the applications starts with a job with typing keywords in Google. So it's so important to be, of course, with organic traffic, to be well ranked in Google, but also with sponsored posts and advertisement. It's really useful. It's really performing because you really target people typing keywords, not per definition keywords that includes vacature or job, but keywords in general. So you really target the latent job seekers that I was talking about. It's keyword based. So with a small budget, we enter a list of 10, 20 keywords that really define the jobs properly. We put cost per click budget behind it, and we will optimize the media spend based on keywords, the keywords that are performing the best, that are the cheapest, that are getting the best results. So we optimize the budget based on performance. And a tip that I always give is to combine Google AdWords or Google Search with YouTube or Google Display, because it's the same network, and Google can really help us to target the same users on different channels. That's their main strength. Yes, display advertising. Here you use display advertising to show your brand, show how good of an employer you are. You want to create, you want to raise people interest. It generates candidates, don't get me wrong, but it works better in combination with other channels like social media, like Google, like job boards, because that really helps you to set your employer brand and show your employer brand. So what kind of audience do you target? Everybody is that anybody browsing online on sport website, news website, weather website, any website that you want, where you see those banner advertising. We have access to all those networks, the Google network, Roularta, DPG Media, the group behind Le Soir, I forgot the name, all those media house. So we can place banners on all their websites. It's highly targeted because you can target on websites, so basically interest, demographics, but also location. And often I have a Belgian client that always ask me, they gave me the postal address of their competitor and ask me to actually show their banners to their employees and competition. So we can even target up to few meters actually of location. Optimization, it's not totally performance based because it does not generate a lot of application, but we always optimize to get as many clicks as possible. So which website gets most clicks, we attempt to push the budget to the most performing website and put less budget on less performing websites. What really works is actually a generic message, because here again, we are talking about top of the funnel, employer brand kind of campaign. So generic message with various visuals. You can see here an example, and just after, if I'm correct, you can move to the next slide, Colette.
Yes.
This client, Stora Enso in Belgium, a papier fabriek, I couldn't find a good English translation for it, recruiting 5 ploegbaas for the sorteer afdeling. That was a few months ago, with a budget of 750 euros. During 30 days, they got over 100,000 impressions and 1,800 clicks. I don't have numbers of how many people apply actually, because we could not track that and optimize on application, but they were satisfied because they always come back to every month or two they place an order via inside their ATS for a display advertising campaign. Last but not least, I don't want to speak too long about programmatic advertising, but it's the main recruitment channel at the moment and the one that performs the best for us. It's, all the websites, the free websites like Indeed, Monster, Talent, Adzuna, Job Rapido, which you can advertise on. We do the same. We are connected to all those websites, but we sponsor your jobs with media budget. So it's one media budget, one job published on 15 websites, and we optimize the media spend based on the performance, based on the websites that are generating most clicks and applications. It's really performing very well. And after this meeting, if you want to talk one-on-one about programmatic advertising, I can give you a lot of information. But just one number. The free posting on Indeed and Monster and Talent works well for certain audience, doesn't work for others. But when you sponsor your job, it gives you 3 to 5 times more impressions, more clicks, and more applications. And well, you have a business case here. It's a Dutch healthcare organization that is constantly looking for doctors, medical assistants, support roles like IT roles and marketing. They use programmatic advertising, so they have, if you see the performance monthly average, they have 83 roles, and we promote all the roles at the same time on all those websites with a media budget of 900 euros. We get them every month, 2,500 clicks, an average of 65 to 70 applicants, and they get a cost per applicant of 13 euros. And every month they tell us, this month we need more application, we need more applicant in that region, or we need more applicants for those profiles. So we optimize the media budget. We tailor-made the media strategy based on their exact needs.
Okay.
I think.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no,
That's
it's
it.
correct.
No, that was so. Showed you this programmatic advertising case, and the last one I want to show you.
It's this one, huh? Yes.
That's that one. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yes.
Stevenie Automotive. It's a Wallonian. It's pretty famous Wallonian automotive groups. They have car dealers. They have car repair shops. They're well known in Wallonia. They have a constant shortage in salespeople, experienced salespeople with car experience, mechanics with experience with certain brands, and they have a hard time to keep on growing. At the moment, we just finished the campaign. Maybe it's even still live on certain channels. They needed to recruit 30 people in 60 days or 90 days. We created a whole campaign journey, like the famous 7 to 9 touch points or candidate journey I was talking about. It's a combination of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn for the sales profiles, and programmatic advertising to create this candidate journey and to have those 7 to 8 to 9 touch points. Well, you see the performance here. 50 jobs. We promote their 50 jobs, all their jobs, with a budget of 4,500 euros. They get 165 applicants with a cost per applicant, average cost per applicant of 27. I know on Indeed, Talent, Monster, it was more like 17 euros. And on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, it was more around 30, 32. So the average was actually 27. And they come back every 2 months with their recruitment needs. Like I said, in terms of profile, in terms of region, and we publish the right vacancies on the right target audience and location. And here we have our tracking pixel placed on their career page and application form so that we can really steer the campaign really on performance based.
En dan zijn we eigenlijk al aan het einde van het webinar gekomen. Ik weet niet of er iemand vragen heeft over wat het allemaal verteld is geweest. Voor mij een stuk over het stuk van Sébastien. Als jullie vragen hebben, dan kun je dat hier in de chat zetten. Dan kunnen we daar nu ook op antwoorden. Moesten jullie achteraf nog vragen hebben, dan kun je nog altijd contact met mij opnemen of met Sébastien zelf om een antwoord te kunnen bieden.
Yeah, the advice is free, as I always say. So if you reach out to Colette, she will. We have a very transparent relationship. She will give you my contact details. We will have a meeting to understand your recruitment needs, the volume of candidates that you need, the budget that you can have, the duration when you need to fill in those roles. I will look into our system to check what are the most appropriate job channels based on data. And I will look into my own experience and past campaigns to advise you which channels to use at which cost. So what is
Zeg maar hoor.
Now, what is integrated into EasyToRecruit is the self-service tool where you can create yourself your own campaign. But besides that, if you are unsure about the budget to spend, the channel to use, you can always contact me for a personalized advice.
Ik denk dat Sébastien trouwens ondertussen ook al een aantal van de klanten van de klant contact heeft opgenomen. En sowieso is de bedoeling dat iedereen gaat gecontacteerd worden om dan te kijken om eventueel mediabudget in te zetten.
Ja, graag. Geen probleem.
Ik zie dat er geen vragen binnenkomen, dus ik denk dat we gaan mogen afronden hier. Moesten er nog vragen zijn, zoals gezegd, kunnen jullie ons altijd bereiken. En dan gaan we nu afsluiten. Hè. Alleszins bedankt voor jullie aanwezigheid. En dan wens ik jullie nog een hele fijne dag vandaag. En tot de volgende keer.
Fijne dag.
Dag.
Tot ziens.